recently did a video for you guys on snow camouflage, and a lot of people like it, hate it, whatever. But this one is gonna be on paint and airbrush paints, things like that. I know a lot of players, let me just put that away. A lot of people, they try to save some money here and there, especially when you're just getting into 40k, War Machine, Flames of War, whatever. You try to save a little bit of money here and there, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I do have Reaper paints. This is an old Reaper pot. I do have IWM. I have P3. I have, oh my lord, let's see, I have a whole, here it is, a whole case full of Games Workshop paints, you know, P3, you name it. I've gone through so many paints, it's not even funny. I've gone through so many paint companies, it's not funny. And what really aggravates me the most is paint companies. They will charge you, I mean, this paint came in a set of like 6 paints and it was $21, and I'm thinking that's pretty freaking expensive. So a lot of people buy the Deco Art, Apple Barrel, etc., whatever they're called, depending on where you get them. Michaels sells these for $1.05. Walmart sells them for 99 cents. There's a Folk Art. They've all got, it's the same company, Deco Art, Folk Art, Apple Barrel, it's the same company. They use the exact same paints and the exact same pigments. But the problem with that is, I often run into a lot of trouble with especially when I'm trying to turn one into a airbrush paint. To do that, you need Windex or Future Clear polish, simply because the Future Clear polish, the one without the ammonia, I don't have any right now, I ran out, is perfect for turning your stock acrylic paints into airbrush paints to use in whatever airbrushes you have. I did a video a long time ago, I think it's almost a year now and change, where I got a Tester's airbrush, one of the propellant can ones. Well, Testers, in their infinite wisdom, have stopped doing the canisters for them now, but they've come up with an adapter where you can put on the chuck and then put it into a regular air compressor. And unfortunately, Testers, I ordered one, but it hasn't gotten to me yet, unfortunately. So I'm kind of, you know, SOL right there, so I can't do a demonstration or anything. I've got my Sotar 2020 and my I think it's a Porsche A20 or a Porsche A22, can't remember, that I got the A20, it's an A22. I got my A22 for my birthday last year, and I've just got the Sotar 2020 with the extra fine needle set for Christmas from my wife. And oh my god, I love that airbrush. It is like surgical, it's beautiful. Problem is, my air compressor I used to use, it's too much airflow for the Sotar 2020. I use industrial grade axle grinders and whatnot with it. It's a huge, great big belly thing, compressor setup, and minimum PSI that thing puts out is 50 minimum. So Sotar says in their information booklet, maximum PSI you can run through that brush is 45. So the fact that my current air compressor is 5 PSI over what the Sotar 2020 can do, means that my poor little Sotar is hooked up to this little tiny electric piece of crap that I got with the A22 brush. They threw it in for free because I don't know why, they just did. And fingers crossed, in the next few weeks I will be getting some more airbrushes in and doing a more detailed guide on how to maintain, clean, repair, things like that. But back to the video at hand, paints. Now, as I was explaining to you, when you're trying to use a paint or prepare a paint, let's just see, there you go. See, if you look carefully in the cap, the paint in the cap's all crudded up, and yeah, the paint started to separate a little. So I came up with a way of fixing it on the cheap. Well, cheap for me, because I already had this. This is a Black & Decker jigsaw, reciprocating saw, whatever you want to call it. It's not a sawzall, they're a different thing. Now, this has to be plugged in, so I'm going to plug it in for a second. If I can find a spare plug, which I never can. And I'm recording, which doesn't bloody help. Just unplugged an old monitor I had. And well, I decided to go to my local hardware store, and they happened to have these on sale. Adjustable clamps. See it? An adjustable clamp. In a jigsaw. I know what you're thinking. Ain't gonna work. Paint pot. Now this one's a really big paint pot. Size comparison for you. Here's a P3 pot. Says bad boy. And if one of these can fit, you're laughing. No. I believe. No, that one's just out by about half a fraction of an inch. How embarrassing, I'm recording this. I know I won't edit it. If I mess up, I mess up, and I leave my mess ups. So, it won't do the big deco art ones, but I've got a way of fixing those. I'll do that in a different video. Here's my IWM steel, okay? If you look carefully at the paint pot, I know the lighting's horrible. If you look at the paint pot, actually I've got a flashlight here. Okay, if you look at the pot, see the difference in the colours right there? That's where the paint's separated. We're going to fix that. Clamped it down. Now, if you are listening to me, turn the volume down just for a second. Okay, you can turn it back up. You can turn the volume back up now. Now, now look, the paint hasn't separated, and I believe, oh yeah, see, all nice and runny and gooey. Yeah, perfect for airbrushing. This is actually the steel paint I like to airbrush on jets. My wife's jet is going to be getting a mixture of this with military grey as the base, and then it's going to get some weathering and some detailing and stuff. But that's it. That's all it is. It's just a simple Black & Decker jigsaw with an adjustable C-clamp on it. That's it. That's my paint shaker. It does Games Workshop models, it does P3, here, regular P3, okay, so just for you naysayers out there, okay, regular P3. And of course you will want to put like a agitator in the paint, a marble, something like that. You know how rattle cans have that little BB in there that agitates the paint pellets? Well, that's basically what you're just doing. Now you can get bigger, longer C-clamps and just modify the ends to fit. I just use my Dremel and Dremel down the coating of paint that was on the end, and it fitted right in. Screwed her down tight, not too tight that it snapped the bolts or anything, just tight enough, And from there you just adjust, wiggle, clamp, 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 couple of bursts, you know, under the cap, take a look. If it needs more bursting, put the cap back on, burst away till she's done, and that paint's all blasted and cleaned and empty. Add a few drops of Windex into it, or if it's acrylic, add a few drops of Windex in there, or Windex or Future Clear floor polish, and beautiful. Especially if you're doing custom mixed paints. You know what? Here's a perfect example. If you look at this custom grey that I've got, that I made, you can see where the grey's at the bottom, the liquid's at the top, and the black's right at the top. I'm actually going to mix it for you right here, right now. So, and these dropper bottles I get for like 50 something cents each. Well, I should say the wife does. So as you can see right here, yeah, it mixed it. This C, as I said, this C clamp is not the best. You know, you don't want to clamp it down too tight. See, that happens if you do. But it's fine. And if you look, the paint has completely mixed all the way through. Where's that flashlight? This lighting is horrible. I've got to get that shop light I've got in here. And as you can see, the paint has mixed all the way through. No grey lines, no black lines, it's mixed perfectly. This is a 1-to-1-to-1. This is that black grey I was telling you I was going to paint the wife's jet in. And there's the viscosity of it. See it running down my hand? Perfect. Perfect viscosity, perfect mixture, the flakes aren't separating. It's perfect. This with a dab of steel in a mix, in an airbrush, done. You got the grey, you got the silver from the steel, and I'm happy. Then I've got to actually mask off certain areas, paint the cone nose white. I'm still waiting to get the water slide transfer paper that I need. I'm going to print them off on my own laser printer. The company I was going to talk to, they started giving me the runaround about how they couldn't do it because it was too detailed, things like that. But I found a program online and I've downloaded it. I ran a few tests on regular paper and the logo and everything to scale to size perfect. So fingers crossed we'll get that jet model finished off, and I'll be able to start on the Reliant and then move on to a secret project that I'm doing in the works that I'm not telling anyone. I'm not even videoing it. It'll be done. I'll be doing it at the same time as the Reliant, so you may get to see bits of it, but I won't unveil it until the Reliant and it is done, because they're going to be going together in a diorama. That's all I'm going to say. And it's got its own shelf in my office, and that's where both those models are going to stay. And apart from that, I just want to say a big thank you to all my new subscribers, and a big thank you to my current subscribers for sticking with me through these dark times. I've just recently got over some really bad food poisoning, so I really haven't had time to do much of my live streaming on my Twitch TV channel or anything like that, and I do apologize for that. But I'm feeling a lot better, so fingers crossed we may see a big difference. And yeah, so that's my only tips I got for you right now on the paint shaker and on how to do the snow camo. The next set I'll be doing is I will be doing some terrain centerpieces where there's some like wrecked tanks, things like that. I'm waiting on a order of 12 21st century toy Sherman tanks to get to me There was 2 lots of 6 of them for sale on Amazon for like $6. They were like, I was like, oh, you're kidding me. I'm paying $50 each. I've got 6 of them for like $6. I've got $1 a piece. Couldn't knock it up. I couldn't pass it. And the seller's got a good record. So, you know, fingers crossed. When they get here, I will be replacing all the tanks in my Imperial Guard with them. I will be heavily modifying them, and the tanks that are currently in my Imperial Guard, I'll either retire or turn them into terrain pieces. So fingers crossed, that's where it's going to be going at. Like I said, big shout out to all my subscribers, to all my new subscribers, to all my old subscribers. And as always, comment, rate, thank you, and subscribe if you haven't. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Okay? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button that is here. It's over there, one there, or down there. And yeah, that's it guys, as always. Peace and love and respect. Take care.